Yes, we can get started now again. Sorry for that interruption.
Sure, I'll just, the live stream is getting started, so it will take a few more seconds to get started. As soon as it gets started, we'll jump back onto our discussion.
Yes, we can get started now.
Yes, I think it is live now. Yes. Seems to be working fine. Let's go back to our discussion. All right, so once again, I'll start sharing my screen and then we'll proceed ahead. As I mentioned earlier, we were starting to discuss how can you list your products or services on Indian Business Portal. What is the process? And we'll quickly touch upon that. We'll not go into the finer details. So this is Indian Business Portal. How can you access it? Very simple. Just type indianbusinessportal.in. That's the URL that you have to type. Once you have opened Indian Business Portal, on top of your screen, you'll see this option, sell and on Indian Business Portal, register as an Indian exporter. So you have to click on this option, which will take you to another page. And this is the page which you'll land on. Now on this page, I'll suggest that you scroll down all the way to the bottom. There are other contents also available, so you can review this content and you can understand more about Indian Business Portal. But specifically, I want you to scroll down all the way to the bottom, because this is where we have added frequently asked question and we have detailed out the step-by-step process. So here you can see the entire step-by-step process is detailed out, so you can just review this. And we have also linked a tutorial video. So here you can see there's a tutorial video which is linked. You can click on it and it a detailed step-by-step tutorial video will open up on YouTube. I would recommend that you keep this video open alongside once you start the store creation journey, so that at any moment if you have a question, query, you can just refer back to it. So these are the two important steps that I would suggest. Scroll down to the bottom, have a look at the step-by-step methods which are listed here, and also open the tutorial video. Just review it once. Once you have done that, then you can come here and click on create your online store, which will take you to the next screen, and that's where your online store creation journey begins. So this is how you can create your online store. Once your online store is created, you can list your products and services on it. It will get reviewed and it will get mapped to Indian Business Portal. If there are any concerns, etc., then our team will also guide you in resolution of those concerns. So this was the first topic that we wanted to touch upon, that how can you list your products or services on Indian Business Portal. Again, I'll repeat this process once again very quickly. So go to Indian Business Portal, click on this option, which is register as an Indian exporter, which will open this page. On this page, you have to click on create your catalog to start the online store creation journey. But before you do that, I would recommend just scroll down to the bottom, review the steps which are there for online store creation, and also review the tutorial video which we have provided here. Once you have done that, once you have understood what all information is needed to create your online store, you can just get started with the store creation journey. So this was the first topic that I wanted to touch upon. Let's quickly switch the screen and let's move on to the other topics that we are discussing today. And in today's session, we are discussing something which is a very commonly asked question, that, okay, we have created an online store, we have uploaded the products. Now we want to make it look professional. How can we do that? So that's where there are a number of sub questions that get asked, and I'll answer all of them. Now, the first question that is very, very frequently asked is, how can we choose a design theme for our online store? This is, by the way, a demonstration store that you are seeing on your screen. And you're creating your online store and you have to choose a design theme for it. How can you choose that? What is the best practice, or what is the process that you can follow? So a very simple process or procedure that I would give to you around how can you choose a design theme. Firstly, what you have to do is you have to upload few products onto your online store. If you have products from multiple categories, then I would recommend that you upload across the different categories, at least 1 or 2 products each in each of the categories. So for example, if you are a garment exporter and you create women wear, men's wear, kids wear, and bottoms and tops, so just try to upload 1 or 2 products each for each of the category. Once you have done that, that's where, so till this time you are not touching or doing anything with the theme, you are just uploading the products. Once you have uploaded the products, what I want you to do is go to the product detail page. How can you do that? So just open the category wherever you have uploaded the product. Let's open this one. And this is the products, for example. You just open this page. This is, by the way, in technical terminology, we call it a product detail page. This is where the product information is displayed. Right? So this is the product detail page. This is the page that you have to open. And now you have to go to the seller panel of your online store. How do you access the seller panel? So you have to log into your FIEO GlobalLinker account, and on top, you'll see this option called online store. You have to click on that, which will open this seller panel of your online store. This is the seller panel, and this is from where you'll be managing and controlling your online store. So this is like the control center of your online store. So anything that happens on your online store is managed from here, right? So when you are here, what do you have to do? And what are we trying to do is we are trying to see which design themes work best for our products or services. So this is where once you have opened the seller panel of your online store, in the left navigation, you have to click on this option, which is My Store. So you have to click on My Store, and it will expand and you'll see themes. You have to click on themes, which will take you to the theme section. And this is where you'll see the different themes which are there on your online store. Now, what you have to do next, you have to select one theme after another to see which theme is looking best for you. So I'll just refresh it. I think it is not loaded up properly. Yeah. So there are different themes which are available here. And I think this is the theme which is currently being used on this online store. Sorry, this is the current theme which we are using. Now, if I want to understand how my products will look in a particular theme, so I can select it as I want. So for example, I want to see how it would look in the Destiny theme or how it would look in the Minimalist theme. So this is where you have to just select that theme. The theme is getting selected. Sorry. Not sure what happened. Or let's select this theme. Let me open the seller panel once again. There seems to be some issue there. So what you have to essentially do is you have to apply different themes, and then once you have applied different themes, it keeps on taking me to the product page. Not sure what is happening, but what you have to do here is you have to apply different themes and then go back to the product detail page and see how it is appearing, because product detail page is the most important page. This is the page on which all the purchase decision or the inquiry decision, this is where the international buyer will be making that decision, that we have to send them an inquiry and understand how much price they would charge for this product. This is where that decision happens. So this is the page where you have to ensure that this should look as beautiful as possible. A lot of business owners I have interacted with, they are overly fascinated with the homepage. Yes, homepage is important. I'm not saying that it is not important. And in fact, the today's discussion topic is how can you make it beautiful? But this is even more important. The product detail page is even more important. So just upload few products and try out different themes, whichever theme the product is looking the most presentable. That is the theme that you have to choose, and then you can get the banners created and you can start utilizing that theme. So that is how you can choose a design theme. That was the first question that gets very frequently asked. Now, the second question that gets asked is how can we customize the color scheme? How can we give it our own flavor? Or if we have our own corporate colors, how can we apply that? So for that, in the seller panel, you can see there's this option called store preview. So you have to click on that, which will open the admin preview. Let me just quickly do that. So this is the store preview. This is the admin preview. It is loading up. Right. So it is loaded up and you can see there are different dots available here. Now, what we'll do is we'll take this top band as an example and we'll try to change the color of this top band. Although the black color is looking nice, but just imagine that we wanted to give it a different color. So how can we do that? So for that, we'll click on this yellow dot. And then this overlay will open up. Overlay, by the way, means pop-up. So this pop-up has opened up. Now, what do we have to do here? So here there are two options available. Now, if you would want to use your own creativity and try out different things, you can do that definitely. So you have to just click on this input box where you can see RGB 515151, comma 1 is written. You have to just click there and then the color selector opens up. Now, using this color selector, what you can do is you can select whatever color you want. There are three components to the color selector. The first one is this big square, and you can see there's a small dot there. So if you move that dot around, you can see there are different shades of the color that I can choose. So it is currently red, and I can choose different shades. Like you can see, you can keep looking here. And you can see as I'm moving the dot around, the shades are getting changed. So it can go entirely white to a dark red and a little blackish red. So that is for changing the different shades of the same color. And then in between or in the middle, you can see there's a cylinder or there's a bar, and you have a slider that you can move up and down. If you move that slider up and down, you'll be able to choose different colors. So here, if I want to use a blue color or a green color or a yellow color, so I can choose that. I can again choose different tones or shades of the color depending on my preference. And the last one is again a bar, and you have a slider. So that is used to change the transparency of the color. So if it is on the top, it is 100% opaque, and you can move it down to make it more transparent. So this is how you'll be able to use the color selector. Now, a logical point that comes to your mind is that while you're doing this experimentation on your online store, you're trying out different colors. Wouldn't it make your website look really funny to someone who's looking at it, right? So if an international buyer is looking at your website and they can see the colors are changing from one color to another, so that will look very funny to them. So does that actually happen? No, it does not happen. What all you are doing here, what all experimentation you are doing here, it is only visible here. So just you can see this is currently beigeish or dark yellowish color, right? Here you can see. Now what I'll do is I'll open this the same site on a private window. I'm opening a private window and let's open it. And here you can see the top band is still black, whereas here, let's close that. We have changed it to yellow, or if we want to change it to, let's say, blue, we have done that. Here it is blue, but here it is still black. Why so? Because we have given you this provision that you can try out different colors. And this is not only here that on the home page we are trying out different color. You can do that across the website. So you can go to the internal pages, you can go to the product detail page, and there also you get this provision that you can customize the color scheme. I'm just currently quickly opening the product detail page here. Again, you can see these dots are available and you can use them to customize the color scheme as per your requirement. Here you can see there are so many elements that you can customize. So the point that I'm wanting to highlight here is that whatever experimentation or whatever color correction that you're doing here is not visible to your customers till the time you have clicked on save and publish. So here on the top, you're seeing these two buttons, save and publish. So till the time you haven't clicked on them, no change that you're doing here in the store preview gets implemented or is visible to your website. So for example, you have applied the colors as per your requirement and you want to have a discussion with your partner. So you can just keep them there. Even if you close this store preview, so I'm just closing it to highlight this feature. So I've closed the store preview. We are back on the seller panel. I'm opening it once again. So I'm clicking on store preview and you can see it is opened And when it loads up, the colors that we had applied earlier, they are all back here. So it will remain even if you close it and you go away. And when you come back, all the colors, all the experimentation, all the hard work that you have done, it will all remain there. So that's where you can show it to your colleagues, your partners, etc., get their approval. And once you are finally satisfied that this is the color scheme that we would want to proceed ahead with, that's where click on save and publish. Click on save and then click on publish, and the changes that you have made will get applied. So that is one part, and this is where you are using your own creativity to do that. Now, many of you will have your own corporate colors, right? You will have your own brand colors that you would want to use. Your logo uses certain colors and you would want to use the same colors here as well. In that case, how can you do that? So that's where what you would need is the RGB code of your color. Now, you might not be knowing the RGB code of your color. No problem. What you can do is you can open your logo on the internet, or you can upload your logo onto your website. And as it is loaded here, you can use a free Chrome extension. This is the extension that I currently use. So I'll just open that. It is called eyedropper. You can use that extension and it will allow you to select any color from your screen. So for example, I want to select the color of this jeans or these shoes. I can do that. I can even do that. So here you can see it has picked the color of these brown shoes. So you can use this extension and it will give you the RGB code of the color that you are wanting to apply. So in case you don't have the RGB code, you can use this free Chrome extension to get the code. Now just imagine we have this red color as, or let's take this one, this looks better, as our corporate color. So in that case, what I have to do is, again, I have to click on this yellow dot, and instead of using the color selector, all I have to do is to copy paste my color. You can type it as well if you want. And here you can see now it has changed to the red color that I wanted. So that is something that you can do. And again, it is not only with this top band that I'm showing to you, you can do it across the site. So all these yellow dots, other than the ones which are on the banner, you can use them to customize the color scheme of your online store. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll click on save and we'll click on publish to see whether it gets appeared to our customers. So this is how our customers are looking at it. Let me refresh it once again. So still you can see the top band is in black color, whereas if we come back here, we have changed it to red. Let's click on save and then click on publish, and it will load up once again. So that's where you'll notice that the changes are implemented. So we have refreshed it, and now I will refresh the customer view, which is open in a private window. And here you can see it has changed to a red color. So that's how you'll be able to apply. That's how you'll be able to customize the color scheme of your online store. All right. So that is about the color scheme customization. Now, moving ahead, the next topic that I want to, or the next commonly asked question that I would want to answer for you is how to create and upload banner. Yes, you have heard it right. How to create and upload banner, because uploading banner is very simple. You have to just select the image and upload it. There is nothing complication there. But how to create the banner? Many of the members or exporters I have interacted with, they want to create their own banners. So how can you do that? What are the tools available and how easily you can do that? So that's something which we'll try to understand very quickly. Now, firstly, what are the different types of banners on your online store? Let's quickly understand that. So there are broadly two types of banners. One is called a interchangeable banner. And as the name suggests, it keeps scrolling every few seconds. So here, if I click on this yellow dot, which is on top of a banner. So here we have just uploaded one banner. That's why it is not scrolling every few seconds. But if we add more banners, that's where it will start scrolling. So this is one type of banner. And the second type of banner are these, which are static banners. They don't change. So if I click on any one of them, you can see these are static banners. So this is where you have to just upload the images. So these are the two types of banners that you are uploading on your online store, and their dimensions keep varying from theme to theme. So it is not like we are using one particular theme today. and tomorrow you change to another theme, the same banners that you were using earlier will continue to work? No, the dimensions, the layout of each theme is unique and it is different. So that's why it will not get applied. All right, so here let's quickly understand if we have to add a main banner. This banner is called the main banner, which is the larger one. How can we create and upload it? Let's try to understand that quickly. So the first step that we have to do is to understand what are the dimensions of the banner. We have to create something. So we have to understand how big and how wide we have to create it, right? So that's where we have to click on this yellow dot, which will open this overlay. Now here, one banner is already uploaded, so we'll try to create the second one. And that's where we have to click on this option, this plus icon. So we have to click on that. And that's where it will expand. And now it is showing us the dimensions of the banner that we have to create. So the first on the top, you can see dimensions are written. It is 1920 pixel by 820 pixel. Now, this is something that I want you to kind of, you can write it down somewhere, but remember this more importantly. Whenever we are discussing dimensions and when it comes to websites or when it comes to graphics, width is always displayed first or written first. So here when you will see 1920 is written, 1920 is the width, that is how broad it is, screen edge of the screen from here to here, how broad it is. So that is the width, 1920 pixel, and 820 is the height. So always width is written first or mentioned first. All right. So this is where we have understood that we have to create a banner which is of 1920 pixel by 820 pixel, right? That is what we have understood. For mobile, we have to create it for 720 and 450. So this is where we have to create two separate banners, one for desktop and one for mobile. Why? Why are we making you create two separate banners? For two very important reasons. One is to optimize the load speed, because you can see the desktop banner is fairly big and large and heavy as well. So when you're trying to load it up on a mobile device, that's where it will take time. And especially if the mobile is on a slower network, that's where it will take time. Second is more from aesthetics point of view, because no matter how much technology you deploy, how much resizing do you do, this banner, which is designed for visibility on a desktop, will never look nice on a mobile device. Because firstly, understand desktops or laptops, they are horizontal devices, whereas a mobile or tablet is a vertical device, right? So the orientation is different, and that's why the banner will never look nice. So that's where if you want to give that professional feel to your website, I strongly recommend that you also upload mobile banners so that it not only loads up fast, it looks professional as well. All right, so we'll now move to the next step, that is how to create this banner. So for that, I'll recommend using this platform, which is called Canva. It is a free platform, although they have a paid version or a paid subscription also available, but even the free version is feature packed and it serves our purpose. So you can see even this account, which I'm using is my personal account, it is a free account. All right, now to create the banner, we have to click on this option, which is Create Design, which will open this overlay. And here we have to click on this option, which is Custom Size, which will open this field. And here we have to type the dimensions that we have read earlier, and those are 1920 by 820. Let's reconfirm that. So it is 1920 by 820. It is written here, and I'll go back there, and it is 1920 by 820 pixel. We have width first, after that height, and now we'll click on Create New Design, which will open this blank canvas, and it will take a few seconds. My internet is a little slow today. So it has opened this blank canvas. Now, you can imagine why Canva is so popular, because of the templates which are available here. But I'm not recommending or saying that you use their templates. You can at least draw inspirations from there. You'll find a lot of templates which are available, and you can use any one of them as per your requirement. You'll find many of them are paid, many of them are free. So whichever one you like, you can use that, or you can like mix and match and create your own version as well. So depending on what you would like to do, you can do that. Let's look for any of the nice looking version so that we can use them. And so I'll just scroll down. This looks nice. Or let's use this one, the 50% one. I'll just use this one. And I'm just not going to spend a lot of time here. I'm just demonstrating how you can do that. Now, when you're using a template, you'll notice that it is entirely customizable. So you can change the image, you can change the text, you can change the font colors, etc. Everything is customizable. So for example, I want to delete that, or I want to change that to star exports, like that, the name of the demonstration store, and then all these are customizable. If I want, I can change the font as well, or if I would want to use any of the fancy fonts, so I can click on text, and this is where you can see there are different fonts or font options which are available, which you can use. Use different elements as well. So if you want to add different elements or clip art as well, so you can do that. You can even add animations, all that, or if you're making something very professional, you would want to add charts or tables, that is also possible. Not relevant to diagrams, but I'm just sharing it for your reference. You also get an option to either upload stock photographs which are available here, or you can import your own as well. So both options are available. And lastly, you can do a lot of plugin integrations as well. So for example, like Google Drive or emojis or icons, all those are available. So for today's demonstration, we'll just use this one. So this is where you have understood that you can come here, enter the dimensions. If you want, you can use a template, or you can design it yourself entirely. All the options are available. Once you have designed the banner, that's where you have to download it. To do that, you have to click on this option, which is the share button, and then you have to click on download, and then you can choose a download format. Now, PNG is a suitable format that you can use, and then you have to click on download, which will start downloading the file. I'll just quickly save this file onto my device. Give me a couple of quick seconds to do that. So this is where I'll just quickly download the banner. The banner is downloaded. Now let's go back to the store preview, and this is where we have to click on this image icon, and then we can either use any of the existing folders which are there, or we can create a new folder. But I can see the banner folder already exists, so I'll just use that, and then I'll click on upload. Now, but you have to use a folder. Why can't you just directly upload? So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Reason is that after a while, so after some months, you'll have too many images on your image manager, and if you're not putting them in the folder, that's where your image manager will start looking very cluttered, and it will become difficult for you to manage or use the image manager. So that's why I always recommend that if you're uploading an image, then please do upload, or please do put it into a folder, so that your image manager always remains organized. All right, so we have uploaded the image. Now here you'll see there are other options also available. So for example, if you don't have graphic design resources, or even creating a banner using Canva is something that you're not able to do. So in that case, what you can do is you can upload an image of the required dimensions, and then you can add the text on top of it using this feature. So if you want to add a title, you can do that from here, and you can add or customize the color that you would want to give it a subtitle, and then you can also add a button to that. So this is an optional feature which is available here, which you can use. Now, in terms of all the banners have a purpose, right? So you're showing your product, but you're inciting, or you're motivating a person to click on that, so that they can go inside, and then they can review the products, etc. Right? To do that, you have to give a link, right? So they click on it and they'll land somewhere. So how do you do that? So I'll just quickly copy the link. So I'm just copying the link of women t-shirt, and then you have to just paste it here like this. Once you have done that, click on apply, and the banner will get uploaded. Again, the same practice. If you want to implement the change, click on save and publish. So I'm clicking on save, and then I'm clicking on publish, and which should apply the banner, apply the changes, more importantly. So if we come to the customer view and we refresh it, that should reveal the new banner that we have added. So yes, the banner is added. This is the banner that we have just uploaded. So this is how you will be able to create and upload banners onto your online store. Now, the last question that I'm going to answer here is again not a very common one, but as we are discussing this section, so I'll just thought of highlighting that. Now here, if you scroll down, this is where you'll see these components are there, which are like deal of the day, best seller, hot deals, etc., which I'm not currently using on this demonstration store. But in case you wanted to use them, how can you use them? That is the last topic that I would want to highlight, or that is the last question that I would want to highlight before we break into the question answer round. So for example, we want to showcase products into deal of the day, which you can see here, which is currently not active. From here, you can customize the color scheme, but you'll not be able to add products to it. How can you add products to it so that they start appearing on the front end? For that, we will have to go back to the seller panel. On the seller panel, we have to click on My Store. And in this dropdown, we have to click on Homepage Components, which is kind of obvious. So we are on the homepage components, and here you can see Deal of the Day. So they are with the same name. So if I click on Deal of the Day, it will reveal this panel. Now on this panel, if you click on Settings, you'll see there's an option that you can customize this text, or you can customize this title which you are seeing. So if I want to change it to Offer of the Day, so I'm just changing it from Deal of the Day to Offer of the Day. And here you can see I've changed it. I have to click on Update. And after that, I have to click on Save, which is here, which will implement the change. Now here, even on the panel, you can see it has changed from Deal of the Day to Offer of the Day. And if we go to the front end and refresh it, or store preview and refresh it, you'll see it has changed to Offer of the Day. So the change that you're doing in the title, it happens across on the front end, back end, everywhere it gets changed. All right. Now it is not necessary just you change Deal of the Day to Offer of the Day. You can give it a different name as well. A popular utilization of these components is to show products from certain categories. So for example, if you are a shoes manufacturer and you want to showcase your formal shoe collection, Oxfords, then you can do that. You can give it our Oxford collection like that. You can give it a name like that as well. Right. Now, with respect to displaying products here, there are different rules which are available. One of the most common rule is wherein as a business owner, as the store owner, you're selecting and deciding which products are to be displayed here. And this is where you can select this option where I will select and add products. And that's where you can select that, click on Update. And once the update is done, that's where you can start linking the products here. So you have to click here where you can see link product is written, and that's where it will show you the recently added products that you have added onto the store. So I'll just select a few of them. Now, if you have to select if they are not, the desired product is not appearing in the drop down. So in that case, you can start typing. So here you can see the name of the product is like Women Black t-shirt. So if I start typing, you can see it has started appearing as a search result. So I can select that. Let's select one more product. I think we don't have too many products here. So that's where we don't have a lot of variety to show. We'll just select 4 products here. Click on Save. Yeah. And we'll go back to the store preview to see if the products are appearing or not. So here you can see the products have started appearing. If we go to the front end or the customer front end, that's where again we'll refresh it. And here you can see the products have started appearing here as well. So this is how you'll be able to manage the homepage components. Now I've just demonstrated it in one component. You can do that in other components as well. So for example, you want to change new arrival or hot deals or best sellers, you can do the same practice there as well. The number of components which are there again varies from theme to theme. So there are themes which have 3-4 components, and there are themes which have 10-11 components as well. So depending on which theme you're utilizing, their numbers will also vary. Now this section also allows you to upload banners from here, but the most important thing that you can do from here is to change the sort order. For example, this new banner that we have uploaded today is at the second level. If I want to change it to the first level, I can just change the sort order. So the older banner becomes 2, and my banner that we have just uploaded now becomes 1. Click on Save, and it will change the order in which these banners are appearing. So if we refresh it and let the banner load up. So here you can see now this banner, which we have just created and uploaded, has become the first banner. So that is one thing. In future, in this main banner, you can upload up to 5 banners. But if you would want to delete any of them, you can do that from here. You'll not be able to delete them from the store preview, but you can come here, and from here, you'll be able to delete them. So you want to reduce from 5 banner to 3 banner or 2 banner, you can do that from this section. So I think that will be all from my side in today's session. And this is where I can turn off the screen share, and we can break into the question answer round. I think we are running a little late, but we'll try to answer all the questions that you have asked.